Call Nikki Kay.
Mr Speaker, I'm very pleased to speak on this debate. The first thing that I want to say is that while Friday night there were a number of issues, there are a lot that we have to be proud of in this country. And I just want to reflect on the month that built up to Friday night, because Auckland had an incredible month. We opened Wynyard Quarter, we opened the Art Gallery, we opened Q Theatre, I personally opened many different public amenities within Auckland. You combine that with one of the greatest fireworks displays and also an early September summer, and we had an extraordinary turnout of 200,000 people on our waterfront. And we have to acknowledge that there were some serious issues on Friday night in terms of Auckland's transport system and the crowd management on Auckland's waterfront. In terms of the transport system, I'm very pleased that members on this side of the House are focused on resolving these issues, because the world is watching us, Mr Speaker. As I said before, we have delivered on a number of things in terms of the Rugby World Cup, but the message that I have got from Aucklanders is that they want these issues addressed and they want them fixed, but they are very proud of all of the things that are happening around Rugby World Cup. So in terms of transport, the Minister has moved quickly to meet with the Mayor and to address a number of the issues to resolve the issues around Auckland's transport. In terms of the waterfront, it is not okay to just sit and do nothing. And what is happening is that the Mayor is working with the authority to ensure that there is an application that is currently going through, which will be considered by ministers. But the real message that I want to get across today is that we are focused on fixing these issues, because we have 95,000 people who have come here from around the world, and we are determined to ensure that they have a wonderful tournament. We are also determined to ensure that Aucklanders are able to celebrate this cup. I want to mention a couple of other areas whereby I've had incredible feedback from around Auckland and around New Zealand actually in terms of the Rugby World Cup. Firstly, the injection that is happening right as we speak to many small businesses who have had a couple of really tough years in terms of the recession, but we saw figures out the other day whereby I believe there is an estimated benefit of 400 million to the New Zealand economy at least. We also know that there are 2,000 international media that have turned up here, and we have exceeded expectations in terms of 95,000 international visitors. We've got 5,000 volunteers. These are ordinary New Zealanders who are stepping up to ensure that this tournament is a success. So, Mr Speaker, while we are focused on fixing the issues in terms of transport, on fixing the issues in terms of crowd management, there are many great things that are happening around New Zealand and around Auckland, and we are very proud of these. If we contrast this, let's contrast this to some of the arguments that are being raised by certain opposition members. And I'll tell you what, Aucklanders are saying to me they can see through that. There have been 3 or 4 arguments that have been raised. First, that we should just get rid of the super city, and for some reason this is just a failure of the super city. That is absolute rubbish, and all of the people that have been involved, and many of the opposition members turned up to many of the openings that I've mentioned, can see that Auckland is finally progressing it, whether it's through the opening of Wynyard Quarter, whether it's through the opening of the Auckland Art Gallery. We are finally seeing our city come together, and I'm just very proud to see that the Mayor and the government are working together to resolve these issues and to ensure that we take Auckland to that next level and to ensure that Auckland becomes a world-class city. The other issue that's been raised is that somehow this is a failure of council-controlled organisations. Well, as the Minister of Transport mentioned to opposition members, actually council-controlled organisations have been around a very long time in this country. The other issue that's been raised is that somehow members are saying opposite, that this is about public transport and about long-term issues in terms of infrastructure investment. Our government, I'm proud, has invested $1.6 billion in the electrification of rail. That is 57 new carriages coming to Auckland, and the fact is that would not solve the issues that happened on Friday night. Finally, can I say this, Mr Speaker? We have a very clear contrast in this House. We have 95,000 international tourists in this country here celebrating the Cup, and we have many New Zealanders, a record audience, who enjoyed a wonderful opening ceremony, celebrating our nation, celebrating our sporting prowess as a nation. And what I can tell you is that we are focused on ensuring this tournament is a success, and I'm proud to be part of a government that is not only addressing the issues but is ensuring that we are showing our best face to the world in what is the greatest tournament ever. Thank you.
Call Phil Twyford.